The rate at which young people these days are passing on is a cause for concern. As an Ibadan-based vendor, Oyindamola Adeshina was found gone in Wetland Hotel in Ibadan, Oyo State. What could have happened? What are the possibilities that it could be a natural thing, or possibly so many other things are still left to be unraveled in this tragic story of Olayinka, popularly known as Khadi. Hello everyone, welcome to YouTube TV. Now online, when you see a lot of young ladies these days, they are into one thing or the other. Either they are into vacation, they are into online businesses, or they are into sales of accessories, ears, bags and everything, or even skincare. Even the most popular one is being an influencer, where you build yourself to that point where you are able to influence people, build up your clientele and followers, and get brands to advertise on your brand, and pronto you become a celebrity. Now this beautiful young lady is no more, and honestly this has caused for concern to say what exactly happened to her. She was said to have checked into Wetland Hotel with a guy, and they've had, whatever is done in a hotel, and the next thing was the guy left. And on his way to the reception area, he was accosted by the receptionist to say, Oga, where is the madam that you came in with? And they said, he said, yeah, she's upstairs. And as should be done, the receptionist called and she picked the phone to say, oh, yes, she's very fine, that no problem, that she's also going to check out shortly. So for the hotel guests, that is what should be done. One person should not just leave without you confirming that the other party he or she came with is okay. So, this was what happened, and the guy left. And one of the staff of the hotel who had earlier borrowed Khadi, this lady, a power bank, like maybe you go hotel, remember to bring your own charger and everything. So she borrowed a power bank from a hotel staff who later came knocking at her door, to say, Madam, how far? The bank, my phone charger and everything. There was no response. That kind of thing. And it calls for concern to be like, you knock first time, nothing happens. Second time, third time, waiting day. So they had to call the manager and they broke down the door. And unfortunately, they met the corpse of this beautiful lady. And so this has caused a lot of confusion to say, assuming the room was not called up when the man she came with stepped out, then maybe it would be a case of, oh, he had done the whatever before he took his leave. But from sources, they said she picked up the call to say she's okay and everything. Now, the question people are asking is, what could have led to the demise of this lady? People are saying, oh, it could be ritual. Maybe, how this thing works, and the ritual thing might not be an instant thing. Maybe it will take an effect maybe after 30 minutes or 1 hour or whatever it is. And some people are alleging that it is not just be doing ritual, that it could be hard drug and everything. And though this might seem to be below the belt, but because of how people have been said to abuse drugs these days, then it is a cause for worry. Let's just take a few comments. Somebody said, there's nothing like ritual. Add kerewa can lead to this. I don't believe it's for ritual. So, like I said, this is another school of thought saying that it is not everything that is ritual. That had. So, for those in the know, because one thing one should not deprive himself or herself with in this our current situation, right, where the world is right now, is information. Yes, there is information overload, but there are some things that we are supposed to be enlightened about. How hard can kerewa be that will lead to, by, passing on and everything? Now, let's take another one. Somebody said, nothing like ritual. Most of them had kerewa with hard drugs and nothing special. Okay, so these are just a few things that I saw, and I'm like, okay, two people are saying hard kerewa, while a lot of people are alleging that it is ritual. But what could have really gone wrong? What are those things that people can learn from? Because it is a tragic situation. This is a very young lady. I'm not sure how old she is exactly, but as you can see from the picture, she is a young lady who has a future right ahead in front of her. So, how careful should one be? Because it's quite alarming when you find young people who should have honestly nothing relating to, kerewa, buy issues, just buying like that. How hard can kerewa be, that could send a young, promising woman to the great beyond? And also, she was able to tell her friend that she was going to the hotel with her lover. Now, of course, when it comes to things like this, it is the level of pressure or exposure that is given to the case that will make for thorough investigation. As at the time of this report, we've not heard anything about any kind of arrest being made because, of course, the prime suspect will still be the guy that she spent the night with. Whether it's ad kerewa or whatever ritualist or ritualism, he should still is the first prime suspect, and he should of course be interrogated and the case investigated. But we need to learn one or two things about this everything going on these days, that one should be very careful. How hard should kerewa be? According to people who believe that it is hard kerewa, where people use a lot of taju kind of things to get high into heaven and all that. Of course, medically that makes sense, because sometimes they could take an overdose of that, and with the hard activity that will be as a result of that hard stuff they've taken, it could lead to, I don't know the medical terms to use, but of course it's a highway to great yonder. So, but it's quite unfortunate that a young, beautiful, promising woman could just, lose her precious life in this kind of situation. So we are sure to bring you more details as it unfolds. But honestly, it would be a good thing for the security agencies to find out what exactly has gone wrong to lead to the demise of Olayinka, popularly known as Khadi. Thank you so much for watching. May our beautiful soul rest in perfect peace. And please let us be careful and, tread softly. Everything has just become so whatever it is. But we have to tread softly and also pray for God's protection every step of the way. See you in the next video. Have a lovely day and bye for now.